apart, and
We're 10 years
you and
apart.
your mom are 10 years apart in age?
Yes, we are.
Patricia, you were 10 years old when you had your daughter?
Yes, Judge Rhonda. I was 10 years old. I was a victim of a molestation. I was also threatened that if I told anybody, he would kill my family. So I just kept it a secret, thinking that maybe it would just be over. But I was pregnant and didn't know it until 2 weeks before she was born.
At what point did you realize at 10 years old that you were going to have a baby?
My mother was concerned. My stomach wasn't getting big, but it was hard. And she kept trying to make me do exercises and things of that nature, thinking that I was just gaining weight. So when I didn't lose the weight, she took me to the doctor to see what was going on. And that's when he told her that Sharita would be here in 2 weeks.
What was your reaction to that as a 10-year-old?
I really didn't know what to feel. Being 10, I was just trying to be 10. Never even fathomed what it would be like to be a mom.
What did your mother do about this situation?
We did press charges on the person after I finally told him what happened. He was arrested my senior year for a traffic ticket. They picked him up and the rape charge was still there.
Have you seen him since?
No.
Did Sharita ever meet him?
She's never met him.
This is one of the saddest things I have ever heard, and I can't even fathom. As a 10-year-old little girl, you going through something like this. So, raising Sharita, how did that work?
My mother and my sister pretty much stepped in since I was so young. Our relationship as mother and daughter really didn't start until she was probably about 16.
So, Patricia, the way that your family dealt with this situation was for your mom to pretend that she was Sharita's mother?
Yes.
So, Sharita, how old were you when you found out?
I was 12 when I found out, that she was actually my mom. But I've always been around her, and it's like they kind of raised us as sisters. Not like I pick up the phone and be like, hey, Mom, it's just Pat and I'm Sharita. And I think that they thought that was a good thing to do. But once I found out, it caused issues for me, because I was just like, okay, well, what was wrong with me that she didn't want me? So at the end of the day, I think I was just mad at everybody for just not being honest.
So when you were 12, how did you find out?
My grandmother, she just blurted it out.
What did she say?
She was like, Pat's your mother. And I just really didn't know what to say or do, So I just really started having a lot of behaviors. As I got older, I just was rebellious. I didn't want to listen to nobody because I didn't trust nobody. I still have trust issues to a certain extent to this day.
So, Patricia, did you know that your mother was going to tell Sharita?
No, because I was always told not to.
Who told you not to tell her?
My dad was different. My dad wanted her to know who I was. My dad wanted me to raise her. My dad wanted me to do what I was supposed to do. My mom wanted to hide it because I think she was kind of embarrassed about the situation, but it wasn't my fault, and there was nothing I could do about it. And that's the reason why the relationship between me and Sharita is so strained.
When you were 10 years old and this happened to you, how old was the man that raped you?
He was 25. He kind of asked me to go upstairs to get his cigarettes. So when I went upstairs, I went into the room, and when I turned around, he was there. He hit me in my head, knocked me on the bed, and took advantage of me. And then he told me that if I had told anybody, he would kill my mom. So I kept my mouth closed, hoping that that's the last time I would see him.
So, Sharita, at some point, once you became an adult, Did you become closer with your mom?
I've tried to. I think we've had moments where we, been okay, and we've had moments where we have not been okay, like this one.